Mental Health Coaching, the 3 Laws and 21 Ways to Mental Health Empowerment. Coaching. C stands for congruency. Everything in your life needs to be congruent. O. O stands for organized. A. A stands for action. C, that's the C in coaching. The second C in coaching stands for coach yourself. H stands for highlight. I stands for inspiration. N stands for nurturing every single day. G stands for goal setting daily, it's a must. Coaching, C. Congruency. Proficient congruency is an absolute must if you want to be a master at mental health coaching yourself to happiness. You would be amazed at people in all walks of life who may appear to be successful, happy, or have it all but are incongruent in some way, shape or form. Whether it's the multimillionaire salesperson who appears to be an inspiration and happy family person, but deep down they know they are not serving their clients and they are actually damaging them. Just look at Lance Armstrong, for many years believed to have been probably the greatest athlete of all time and cancer survivor, raising millions for charity, and then the whole world discovers he cheated. Look at Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer in the world for well over a decade, and then stories come out about his infidelity. Celebrities seeming to have it all, and then they end up in the Priory. So many people's life are out of balance. They have one thing, but they lack something else. The ultimate mental health coaching is about consistency in every aspect of one's life. Of course, there are times when parts of one's life goes better than other aspects, and this is where goal setting, honest and self-evaluation really help. Break down your life into different sections: happiness, finances, family, love, fitness, health, spirituality, contribution, fulfillment, etc. Then measure yourself in each area. Write down your 3 most important goals in each area for yourself for the next 12 months. In order to get real congruency in your life, I advise you to do goal setting every day. The best place to do this nowadays is on your mobile phone. I set my goals in the notes section of my phone. It's easily backed up and I can amend it whenever I want, as I carry my phone around with me most of the time. I write my daily goals in the first person and in the present tense on my calendar section. I also break down my day into different times so I can fit my training in, spend time with my children and partner, fit my work commitments in, and spend time writing or doing whatever else I have decided to do in advance. This makes me much more organised and enables me to get much more done in a day than I would do otherwise. Coaching. O. The O in coaching stands for organised. Get organised. If you want to coach yourself, be good. If you want to coach yourself to good mental health, then organise your life. Be a doer, but map your life out as well. The best way to organise yourself these days is probably on your mobile phone in a notes section, and or by using your calendar. I use an iPhone and organise my life into several categories. I have one for my Ironman training. Every day I write down the date, training I did and how it went. Then I have a financial section which has a list of all my savings, goals and any issues, etc. I also have a business notes section with priorities, actions and brainstorming. I add and delete as appropriate, delegate or discussing meetings, etc. Then I also have a happiness section. Here I list things that make me happy, that I'm grateful for, etc. I look at this rarely, but when I do, it really does put my life back into perspective and give me the happiness boost I need the time that I look at it, and it can give me great momentum. Also, I have a planning section where I have set all kinds of goals until the year 3000. One has to be optimistic, right? I also have a family growth section where I put things that make my partner happy, the kids' swimming lessons in, and the size of their feet and the date, etc., or their school results. I also have a to-do list that I add to and delete as appropriate. By having all these different sections on my phone, I am able to maintain a pretty consistent balance of every aspect of my life. Of course, at certain times, some parts of my life are more fulfilled than others, but so is everyone's. Think about how your life is structured into different sections and break it down. For example, 1. Work, business. 2. Finances. 3. Exercise. 4. Family. 5. Relationships. 6. Happiness. 7. Goals. 8. To-do list. The way I see it, the more organised you are, the better. The more you break your life down into segments, the more you can see where you are doing well and where you are lacking in one area. Also, think about things that you think are keeping you organised but are actually distracting you. For example, the most successful people generally look at their emails only twice a day. The most likely times are 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. This way, you can be more proactive on actually getting things done instead of being reactive. Coaching. A. A stands for action. Action. Of course, it's great being organised, but what you need to do is to make sure you take action. What you want to avoid doing is organising too much and end up being a procrastinator. That really would be wasting your energy and talent. Many people misunderstand action. In order to be successful, you just need to start something and then the motivation comes from that. Many people just sit watching their dreams disappearing, looking for motivation that is never going to arrive. Motivation does not just come to you and give you a helping hand. You need to take action in order to get results. Most super successful people start taking action on something even before they believe it is possible. By taking action, the impossible suddenly becomes possible. Coaching. C. The second C in coaching. Coach yourself. Coaching yourself is critical to living an abundant, fulfilled and happy life. We all have the ability to make ourselves happy or unhappy by the story we constantly put in our own heads. Our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions determine where we end up in life. Where we focus is where we end up. We have to tell ourselves in all of our senses to be positive and live life to the fullest. We have to remove any negative thoughts in our head and turn them around and make them positive. Turn negative images into positive ones. Turn negative feelings into positive ones, etc. There are thousands of different kinds of self-help tools that have been developed over the years. They are all useful, and many claim to be the only way of doing something or the best way of leading a happier life or living the life of one's dreams. Let's take a reality check. It all comes down to common sense. People with mental illness and who are trapped in negative mental health experiences need to snap out of it by reprogramming their brain, thoughts, visions, hearing into more positive things. Then by taking action on something, the motivation will follow. Coaching yourself is the guide to true happiness. Then you do not have to be reliant on any new magical system that is being marketed on the internet. There are 2 billion people online. As I started writing this book in 2014. By 2020 there will be 6 billion people on the internet. Choose now to coach yourself and take responsibility for your own situation and happiness and become the leader of your own life. Then you will be the master of your own destiny and ultimately in control of your own mental health, and turn that mental health into happiness. Coaching. The H in coaching. Highlight yourself to a better life. What do I mean? Well, congratulate yourself for the things that you do well and use positive triggers and reinforce them. So many people lead their lives day to day on achievement and getting things done and forget to congratulate what they are achieving and already achieving. Highlighting these moments are part of enjoying life's journey. Remember that happiness is a journey and not a destination. If you always look for happiness, you will never find it. It comes from within. This sounds so simple, but it is yet so profound. Also, tell the people you love and like how much you appreciate them, and see the impact that this not only has on their lives and their state, but feel the positive feelings that this brings to your life too. Highlighting your successes will give you more happiness. People who focus on their mental health experiences need to give themselves more love at every moment and every day, and then they will lead happier lives.